Okay, so without further ado, Mr. Bakary Touray, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Abi Setia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, many people will think a lot when we say English as a foreign student who don't speak English language. So many things come to your mind. And then I'm here to tell you there are millions of importance why you should try in all ways to learn English language. One of the reasons is English is a global language. So when I say English is a global language, what I mean is we can see 60% of the world population speaks English. So it is not just like only Gambia speak English or only America speak English. When you go outside, you want to explore, you want to go and visit other countries, you have to know English language because it must be a certain situation where you meet somebody who can speak English language and then you want to interact with the person and then the person can only speak English. So English is a global language, meaning it is speaking worldwide. So it is speaking in all parts of the world. So it is important. The second reason is with English language, you can study in everywhere in the world. Yes, for me, I am here in Indonesia. My program of study is delivered in English. Although when I came here, I started learning Bahasa, which is from my friends. Not like I sit in class to learn Bahasa Indonesia, but when I go outside, I can interact with people. So when I want to buy something, I can say, aku mau beli ini, something like that. So I just want to express myself. But when I came here, my program of study is international class, IMAPS, which is International Management of Business. So the teachers speak English. But when you go to America, you go to Australia, you go to all parts of the world, which some of you want to study outside. So you have to be able to speak English. Because when you go to Australia, you want to learn, they will teach you in English. Or when you want to go to other parts of the world, you have to learn English. So it is very important. The second reason is you can easily travel anywhere in the world with English language. Because for me, when I came here, even though Indonesia is not an English speaking country, I met people who I speak with using English language. Okay. When I came here, I was lost. If I came here, I came with no language skill of Bahasa. I cannot speak Bahasa. So when I met with people, I speak little English, although they are not English speaking people, but they understand what I said and then they also respond to me in English. So if you go to any parts of the world, you have to meet people that speak English. So it is important for you to learn English. You are not only limited to study in Indonesia. It is some of you have many dreams to study outside like me. You want to study in America, you want to study in Japan, you want to study in China, you want to study in Australia, Malaysia, and other parts of the world. So if you have the ability to speak English, then you are safe. But if you don't try to speak English, you have it in your mind, yes, I cannot speak English, I don't want to try to speak English. Then your ability to speak with the other people outside is going to be limited and you are going to face a lot of challenge. So for me, my challenge to you is to try and speak English because it is very important. The fourth reason why you should try to speak English or why English is important is you can easily make new friends. When you go outside the world, you want to make friends, you want to interact with people, you want to interact with the society. So if you are not able to speak the language that the people speak, I don't think you will make friends because you will feel very shy to communicate and then you will feel very lonely. And then at the end, maybe you will not even enjoy your stay with them because you don't speak English language, and when they speak English language, you don't understand. But if you have the knowledge of English language, you easily make friends. Because for me, I can say I have thousands of friends that I speak English with. And then most of my teachers also, they speak English. When I came here, I easily interact with them, and then I easily make room for entertainment to speak English. So it is the language skill of English that helped me to have a lot of friends. And then it can happen to you as well. So when you go outside, you want to make friends, of course. Even here, you make a lot of friends. So if you have the knowledge of English language, it will be very easy, because a lot of people speak English. So if you want to do something, you say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? You try to interact with them. Are you fine? Where do you live? And then something like that. You try to build that relationship with them. What makes you build that relationship with them is because you speak English with them. But if the person speak English and then you don't speak English, and then you want to be a friend to that person, of course, there will be a barrier of communication. So for that barrier of communication to be reduced as a friend among ourselves, you have to learn English language, not only just Bahasa Indonesia, okay? Yeah. So you have to try and speak English when you want to interact with people and make a lot of friends. The fifth reason is English will open up a better job opportunity. Yes. And you don't only want to learn in Indonesia here and then be employed in Indonesia here and then do everything in Indonesia. Yes, it is important to stay and develop in your country. But also when you find yourself in other parts of the world, and then first of all, when they want to give you a job, they will ask you, can you speak English? When you want to go, like you are employed, you want to go to America to look for a job. Then they ask you, can you speak English? You said no. Obviously, you will find it difficult to have a job, because there will be barrier of communication. So what if you speak English language, they test your English language skill? Yes, he or she is good in English. Yes, of course, you have one step ahead of having the job. And then when I come to Indonesia as well, when I want to be employed as a teacher, and they ask me, can you speak Bahasa Indonesia? And I say, no. How will I teach the children? I will not be able to teach them. Then therefore, I'm going to lose the job that I want to. It is very, very important to study English as well. When you want to have the job, you need to speak English. You need to interact with the customers. So you need the skill of English. The sixth reason, or the last reason that I want to talk about, is English is one of the most important language for business. Yes, it is one of the most business language spoken in the world. When you go to some of the restaurants, when you go to some of the workshop, like when you go to some of the supermarket and other parts of the business settings, of course, you want to buy something. What do you use to communicate them with? You have to use English. I don't mean like in Indonesia, because I know Indonesia is a Bahasa, like Bahasa Indonesia speaking language, a country. So, but when you go to, maybe let's say for Australia, you want to buy something, you go to the supermarket, you want to buy something. So how will you communicate with them if you don't know how to speak English language? Since the whole supermarket, or everyone in the business setting speak English, so how will you communicate with them? You will not be able to communicate. What you want to buy, you will find it difficult. Only you use sign language, which is not going to be helpful to you. So sometimes you find it difficult to express what you want to buy. Let me share you this experience. When I came to Indonesia, I wanted to buy nasi goreng. I went to the street where they sell nasi goreng. So I wanted to tell them, like, I want to buy nasi goreng. So I was like standing there for almost 5 minutes. I don't know what to say. So I just look at the guy. I said, I just put in my finger like this. So the guy who was trying to sell did not understand what I was saying. So he was looking at me. So I said, is this? I start pointing at that thing, like nasi goreng, I want to buy. So he now tell me, berapa kamu, so I was saying, no, this. So I was so confused. You
Okay.
said in Indonesia, aku bingung ya.
Yeah.
So I was so confused. So when I went back home, I said to myself, if I want to survive in this country, I need to speak the language, need to understand the language, because everything here is Bahasa Indonesia. So I cannot understand if I don't speak the language. I cannot have friends. I cannot do what I want to do if I don't speak the language. So I later start to learn Bahasa Indonesia. When I want to buy something, I just aku mau beli ini, aku mau yang ini, yes, something like that. So start to develop my language skill. So it is important for you to learn English very well. So you need these points, this important mention point, like the one that I highlight here. Just take a look at it. Everybody needs this language, English language. Everyone needs it. It is a global language. So you have to communicate, or you have to try speaking English. Don't feel shy. Don't feel shy. This is the first thing that you need to remove from yourself. Shyness will not help you in learning English. Yes, when you make mistake, we can correct your mistake and then you move on. But if you feel like I made mistake, let me just keep quiet, or I will make mistake, I will feel very shy to speak. No, make mistake, and then the person correct your English, and then you move on. Tomorrow you will not forget the mistake that you did. So don't feel shy, don't feel so reluctant, don't feel like, yeah, I cannot speak it. Just come with the effort, have the spirit of speaking the language, and then there you go. I know Indonesians have a very, very good accent. If you try to speak English, you'll be like a native English speaker. So you have a very good accent. Just have that in your mind that I want to speak the language and I can speak it and I will speak it. Okay? These three things. I have the skill to speak it, I want to speak it, and I can speak it. So there you go. Make mistake, we correct your mistake, and there you go. That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Bakary.